So this is a pretty interesting thing. I don't know if everybody knows this, but ChatGPT, I'm sure a lot of people do, has a voice response and activated portion, and I have the GPT plus. So I'm going to sort of have a little fun and see what this persona or what this voice can bring as a coach, because I'm curious as a ICF certified PCC level coach. I'm curious what this will do and what it means, and then I'll even go back later and I'll take a look at the PCC markers from your ICF coaching geeks. You may know what that is, but I'll go back and I'll see if there's some of that stuff here. So here we go. Hopefully we can hear the audio. I'm going to try this and see where we go. Hello.
Hey there. Welcome back. What's up?
Well, I was wondering if you can help me out and you would play the role of a ICF, International Coaching Federation certified coach, and then maybe coach me on some things. Does that sound like something we could do for the next 20 or 30 minutes or so?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to step into that role. We can definitely do a coaching style conversation. What's something you'd like to focus on or explore today?
Well, I've been thinking about something the last week or so, and it's focused around my business because I do have a coaching business, and I'm trying to do some entrepreneurial things in that space, especially from a tech perspective. And I'm just wondering how I go about doing some of these things.
Got it. It sounds like you're looking to navigate the intersection of coaching and technology in your business. What specific challenges or goals have been on your mind recently?
That's a very interesting question. So before I feel I can go into a lot of the technology space, because that takes a ton of investment, and I basically almost wasted a year of time trying to get funding from angels and VCs. And if you're not in the AI space, or if you're not in some sort of tech or medical devices type space and things of that nature, the hot
It
trends.
sounds like you've had a challenging experience trying to secure funding, especially with the current focus on AI and other hot tech trends. Before diving back into the tech side, what do you think would help you move forward with your business in a sustainable way?
Well, thanks for asking. You kind of cut me off a little bit there, but that's okay. I was toying around with this idea, and it's a very grandiose idea. And I'm not sure if I'm being just way aspirational or a pie in the sky, or what I'm doing, and I just need to bounce that off of somebody.
I totally get it. It's great to have big, ambitious ideas, and it's also natural to want some perspective. What specifically about this idea makes you feel it's grandiose or possibly out of reach?
It's a very large number of clients that I want to obtain, that I think will give me some stature in the industry. It'll give me the resources I need to pursue other avenues in the tech space, and I think it'll really just push what I'm hoping to do with my life, and that's bring more resilience and coaching aspects to more people. So as a solopreneur and as a small business, you can't really have that much of a margin, that big of an impact.
That makes a lot of sense. Scaling up to that level can indeed transform your impact and open new doors. Let's break it down. What steps or strategies have you considered so far to reach that large client base? And where do you feel the biggest hurdles lie?
I don't know. It's a lot to think about right there. Um, I'm not even sure where to start.
That's completely understandable. When an idea feels huge, it can be hard to know where to begin. One approach could be to break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. What's one aspect of this big idea that excites you the most, or where you think you could make the first move?
Hmm. Where could
Take
I?
your time.
Sorry, go ahead.
No worries at all. The key is to find one small step that feels doable and see where it leads. What's one tiny action you could take to move this idea forward, even if it's just writing down your thoughts or sketching out a rough plan?
Well, I guess you're planting the seed of writing it down because, like I said, I just started thinking about this the last couple of days because I feel like my focus has been off the last couple of years, and that's really frustrating me because I think I've lost focus on building the business. I've been trying to do other things, and it just seems like that hasn't that's been lost in the shuffle with all the things that I'm doing.
User feels they have lost focus on building their coaching business over the last couple of years due to pursuing various other things, and they are now considering writing down their thoughts to regain clarity and direction.
I think I lost you there. You're almost referring to me in the third person or something.
Got it. My bad. Let's bring it back. How about we focus on a simple first step that feels right for you? What's one small action you feel comfortable taking to start exploring your big idea?
Well, it always seems possible and achievable when it's up ruminating up in your head, but probably getting it out of the head and onto some type of document or paper to sort of solidify. Because I'm much more of a visual type person, so maybe doing that would be a good idea.
That sounds like a solid plan. Getting your thoughts down visually can really help bring clarity and make the idea feel more concrete. Once you have it laid out, you can start identifying which parts you want to tackle first. Does that feel like a good next step for you?
Well, it does seem like a logical step.
Great. Starting with that can give you a clearer sense of direction and make the whole thing feel more manageable. And remember, you can always refine and adjust as you go. Whenever you're ready, I'm here to help you think through the next steps or any other part of the process.
Well, how do I keep myself accountable to this and not lose focus with the shiny things in life? How do I stay true to this goal or these steps?
Staying accountable and focused can definitely be a challenge. One approach is to set up regular check ins with yourself or someone you trust, like a mentor or a peer. You could also break your larger goal into smaller milestones and celebrate your progress along the way. What kind of accountability system or routine do you think would work best for you?
I'm not sure. Do you have examples, or what has worked for you and some of your clients? What are some best practices?
Sure, some best practices that have worked well for others include setting specific, measurable goals and deadlines, using tools like a project management app or a simple checklist, and having an accountability partner to share progress with. Some people also find it helpful to schedule regular reflection times to review what they've accomplished and adjust their plans if needed. Would any of these approaches resonate with you?
Sounds like a lot of stuff there. I just feel like I need to streamline or come up with a process. You're giving me a lot of options, but I'm not sure what I can actually put in place to give myself that accountability. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Let's simplify. Maybe start with one key element. Choose a single accountability measure, like setting a weekly goal and reviewing it every Friday. That way, you're not overwhelmed and you can build from there. How does focusing on just one simple accountability practice sound to get started?
Well, like I said earlier, it sounds like a good idea. Maybe I should put like a reminder in my phone or something for Friday mornings to do that and to block out the time.
That's a great practical step. Setting a reminder in your phone for Friday mornings and blocking out that time can help make it a consistent habit. It's all about creating those small routines that keep you on track. You've got this.
Thank you. I feel like you're more confident than I am in this regard.
You're welcome. It's normal to feel a bit unsure, especially when you're starting something new. Just remember, every step forward builds momentum and confidence. And I'm here to support you along the way.
I appreciate that. Does this mean that our time for this, I guess what I'll call a coaching session, is coming to an end?
It can be if that feels right for you. We've covered some solid ground and you've got a clear next step. If you want to dive deeper or revisit anything later, I'm always here. How are you feeling about wrapping up for now?
I'm feeling okay. Can you help me maybe summarize some of the key points from our discussion over the last, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes we've been chatting?
Of course. Here's a quick summary. 1. You're exploring a big idea for your coaching business that involves a tech component. 2. To make it more manageable, we discussed breaking it down into smaller steps and capturing your thoughts visually. 3. We talked about accountability and decided on a simple, actionable step, setting a weekly reminder to review progress and stay on track. 4. You're planning to start by getting your idea out of your head and onto paper to give it more structure. Does that capture it well for you?
I think so.
Awesome. If there's anything else you need, or if you want to revisit any part of our discussion down the line, just let me know. You're on the right track.
All right. Thank you. I guess we'll talk later.
You're welcome. Sounds good. Talk to you later and have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Thanks. Take care.